Hey, today we're going to be practicing a standing yoga pose sequence. And this is the one coming from the sunshine sequence that you find in Vinyasa Krama. If you want to do some sun salutations before, then feel free to do that. I've also got a couple of videos guiding you through it if you feel you need that. And yeah, then when you're ready, you can come up to standing. And starting with your feet together, hands on the hips. Step or hop your feet hip distance apart. And then with the hands on the hips, you're guiding the hips forward, lifting up through the spine, up through the chest, maybe starting to look a little up. Elbows are actively drawing back towards each other. See if you can keep firming through the belly here. And then inhaling, coming back up through the middle. Hands stay on the hips as you fold forward, reaching toward the big toes. And we're coming to our yogi toe lock, so 2 fingers underneath, thumb on top. Inhaling as you lift up through the chest. Exhale, elbows can draw out to the sides of the shins. Head is dropping down. See if you can relax the head here. If hamstrings are a little tighter, feel free to slightly bend through the knees. Staying one more breath. And then inhale as you start to open through the chest. This time hands sliding right under the feet. Exhale to fold forward again. Staying here 3 more breaths. So this time you can be grounding the toes into the hands and maybe drawing the elbows a little out to the side. Staying here 1 more breath. And then hands slide out. You can open through the chest. Hands might come right up to the shins here. Exhale, we're going to fold once more forward. So you could hold the opposite elbows here. Head drops. Or you could reach down towards the ankles. You need extra space here. Knees can be a little bent. And then from here, opening through the chest, hands come back to the hips, pausing a moment halfway, and then inhaling, coming all the way up, hips forward, chest up, and we come to that first position again. See if you can avoid collapsing in the lower back by lengthening through your spine and reaching the chest up. Inhaling, coming all the way back up through the center, and exhaling to hop the feet. Taking a big step back with your right foot, so right toes facing to the back of the mat. And then exhale to slide the right hand down and reach up through the left arm. We're coming to our triangle pose, Trikonasana. See if you can avoid here dropping right forward. So usually if you're reaching too low, that top shoulder drops down. So if you need, just create that extra height, lift up through your left arm. From here, you can start now to bend your right knee, sliding the feet wider apart. Right arm could be on the thigh, left arm coming over, or you could slide the right fingertips down to the ground here. Despite leaning here over your right leg, don't forget the left leg here. So see if you can lift up through the left hips, left side of the rib cage. Staying 1 more breath. And then from here, we're going to come to a bind. So dropping the shoulder down, hands wrapping around the back. And now see if you can lift back up here. If this feels too much, you could stay with that first position. You could have the left arm wrapped around the back, maybe as the right arm is down. Otherwise, working on your bind here, staying here, one more breath. And then releasing. Inhale to come all the way back up again. And exhale, stepping back to the front of the mat. We're going to take a big step back with the left foot. And we're coming to our triangle pose on the left side now. See if you can keep slowing down your inhale, slowing down your exhale. And now bending your left knee, sliding the feet wider. Left arm is on the thigh, right arm coming over. Or if you did on the other side, left fingertips can be coming down to the ground. See if you can avoid the tendency here to arch the neck. So even if you're looking slightly up, see if you can keep your chin tucked and back of the neck long. From here, we're coming to that third position. So you might just wrap the right arm around the back. Or if you've got the space, left arm comes down and then we're lifting back up here. Gaze could be looking slightly up or to the side. Staying here, one more breath. And then releasing, using the inhale to come all the way back up and stepping back to the front of the mat. We're stepping back again with the right foot, so right toes face the back of the mat. And we're coming to our twisted triangle. So hips are facing to the front. From here, you might want to use a block. So you could bring the block if you're new to this pose. I'd suggest bringing it towards the big toe. That will feel a bit more stable. If you are comfortable in the position you want to twist further, block could come to the outside here. Now see if you can draw your right hip back, press the left hand down, twist through your torso, and if you're stable, lift up through your right arm. Keep allowing both of the hips to be drawing back away from your head. Grounding here through your right big toe. So from here, we're going to bend both knees. And for the first version, you're going to hook the left elbow, slide the shoulder over, and then see if you can bring palms together. Right knee is pressing in towards your left arm. If you're stable, lift up through your back leg. Try to avoid holding the breath here. Staying 2 more breaths. And then exhaling to slowly release. Now we're coming to a third and final one. If you want here, you could slide the left arm down. So we're bringing the palm to the ground. You could have a block here under the hand if you needed more space. Yeah. So left hand comes down, right arm lifts up. And now you're pressing that right knee more in to your left shoulder, so towards the right side of your mat. Great. Slowly exhaling, releasing, coming all the way back up on the inhale, coming through the middle, and stepping back to the front of the mat. We're going to take a big step back with the left foot, setting up triangle pose on the left side, twisted triangle. So finding your block, bringing the block to where you did on the other side. This time it's the right hand on the block. You're turning to the left. Left hand can be on the hip. And then from here, you can lift up through your left arm. If you need extra space here, you could come a little higher, so maybe onto the fingertips or a higher height of the block. The other thing you could experiment with is slightly bending your left knee. And then we're going to bend both knees now, coming back down with your right knee and coming to a second twist. So this time we're hooking the shoulder, bringing the elbow, shoulder down, palms together. And then if you're stable here, lift up through your right leg. Staying here 3 more breaths. And then slowly exhale, release. We're coming to our final one. So this time you're seeing maybe can you bring your shoulder more down, reach up through your left arm, and then you're extending back through your right leg. If this doesn't feel available, stay with the option we were doing before with the palms together. Staying 1 more breath. Exhale to release. Using the inhale now to come all the way back up and then stepping back to the front of the mat. We'll take a big step back with the right foot. We're now coming to our wide-legged forward fold, so Prasarita Padottanasana. Hands are coming to your hips. Exhaling as you fold forward, bringing the fingertips to the ground. And then if it's comfortable, you can bend the elbows and start to walk the hands back, head dropping down. Now, it can feel quite nice here to be up on the fingertips versus the palms. It can just give a little bit more space through the shoulders. Do check that your hands aren't too far forward here, because that will kind of give you not so much room. So see if you can really bring your hands in line with the feet. Lean a little towards your toes. And then inhaling as you open through the chest, hands coming up to your hips and coming up on the inhale to standing again. We're going to keep the hands on the hips, open through the chest, looking up. And then exhale, you're going to try to maintain that length through the spine, folding forward. And this time, seeing if you can keep your spine straight. So that might mean not folding so deep. From here, coming just halfway up on your inhale, pausing, and then coming all the way back up, and then releasing the hands from the hips and bringing the arms behind the back. So this time we'll interlace the fingers open through the chest. Exhaling to fold forward, reaching the arms up and over the head. In this one, you can allow your spine to round a little. So just tucking the chin down, reaching the head down and through. Staying 2 more breaths. And then hands coming back to your hips. Inhaling again, coming just halfway. And then coming all the way back up to standing again. We'll do one last round here. So again, you can keep the legs where they are. We're going to fold forward from the hips. Hands are sliding down the outsides of the legs. as you fold. If you need slightly more space, you could slightly bend the knees. From here, opening the chest up on your inhale, bringing the hands to the hips. Again, see if you can just pause halfway. And then coming all the way up to standing and stepping back to the front of the mat. Great. We'll do our last couple of standing poses here. So you're taking a big step back with your left foot now. So both toes and hips are facing to the back of the mat. Hands are coming behind. Now, you could come with the hands behind holding the opposite elbows here, or you can start to slide the palms together in that kind of reverse prayer behind the back. We're going to first lift up through the chest, so firm through the belly here, looking up. See if you can keep lifting up through the whole spine. And then coming through the middle, exhale as you fold forward over your left leg. And if you need extra space here, you could slightly bend the left knee. Over time, working towards lengthening it. If it's quite intense, you might choose to just be halfway up. And then inhale, coming all the way up. We're going to turn the feet the other way. So right foot is forward, hips again facing the front of the mat. Opening through the chest, inhale. So if you can keep breathing here nice and slow. And then coming back through the center, exhale as you fold. Inhaling, coming all the way back up through the middle, releasing the arms, and then stepping to the front. And from here, you can come back to sitting again. So just to sum up, we did a standing yoga pose sequence today that you'll find in the sunshine sequence. If you are a practitioner of Ashtanga or you've done some Ashtanga in the past, you'll probably notice there's a lot of similarity and actually inspiration that's been taken from the primary series here, but with some more focus on also lengthening and opening through the chest and a few different variations. Up to you if you've sort of felt like this was enough for you to practice today. I'll invite you to take a few minutes afterwards lying on your back in relaxation. And otherwise you could continue your practice with some more seated postures to work a little bit further on opening through the hips and the hamstrings. Thanks a lot, and I'll see you next time.